Welcome to Psychic Insights, where pop culture meets higher consciousness and the tea is always a little bit mystical. I'm Robin Richardson, your psychic girlfriend, and around here we don't just watch the drama unfold, we read the energy behind it, whether it's celebrity scandals, reality TV, chaos, or true crime with a twist. I'm tuning in to bring you the intuitive scoop the headlines miss. So buckle up, because your aura's about to get entertained. Hey, it's me, it's your psychic girlfriend. Oh gosh. Today, we're going to talk about something that's both very public and very personal for a family that's been in the spotlight for decades. And today, we are going to talk about Ronn Owens and his wife, Jan Black, also known as Elizabeth Naylor. And they have just filed for bankruptcy. At the very same time, their daughter, Laura Owens, who we've been covering on this channel, has been facing 7 felony charges for fraud, perjury, forgery, and tampering with evidence. On the surface, this looks like money trouble and legal chaos, but underneath, I think it's about illusions, family loyalty, karmic patterns, and spiritual truth. And you know what I did? I pulled some cards, and I wanted to find out what Spirit has to say, and Spirit has a lot to say. So let's start with the basics. On April 14th, 2025, Ronn Owens and Jan Black filed for Chapter 13 bankruptcy in Arizona. They're carrying about $2.3 million in debt, and almost $500,000 of that was added just this last year. Their combined monthly income is around $20,000, but they're crushed under a $14,000 mortgage plus medical costs, especially tied to Ronn's Parkinson's care and other things. And earlier this year, GoFundMe raised over $130,000, but instead of stabilizing, the debt ballooned even more. Chapter 13 means they're asking the court to let them reorganize, keep assets, and repay what they can over 3 to 5 years. But with numbers this extreme, that plan may not hold. And then there's Laura, their daughter, Laura Owens, our girl. She's facing 7 felony charges in Arizona. Yikes. And attorneys can't be cheap. But all of this has been tied to her claim that Bachelor alum Clayton Echard was the father of her twins. The court's already found that she falsified ultrasound images and lied under oath, and this isn't the first time she's used the legal system against men. There is a clear pattern. She drags men into court, punishing them with accusations and filings. And spiritually, that's distorted masculine-feminine energy. It's about control, manipulation, and projection. And we've talked about this before in other episodes. But now let's talk about Jan. Some people may, believe that she's just not a bystander here. And she could be the driving force in the financial spiral, whether through mismanagement or through leaning on Laura's legal cases for survival. So let's think about this. If Laura were to secure settlements or even get married to someone with financial resources, who benefits alongside her? This popped up in my mind. Jan is very involved, shall we say, in Laura's life. So who benefits? Her parents, of course. And this raises a deeper question. Is Laura acting alone, or is she part of a family system where her choices are feeding into everyone's survival? And here's where it gets layered. There are reports that Sarah and Christian Navarro, Laura's sister and brother-in-law, are named on financial documents as co-signers or guarantors. And that's what we're seeing. And this shows that this crisis isn't just about Ronn and Jan's burden. It's pulling in extended family. And spiritually, that speaks to sacred entanglement, where when one person's burden becomes everyone's burden, where loyalty binds, and even when it hurts. So now we're going to talk a little bit more about Ronn Owens, because for years there have been whisperings about a gambling problem. And if that's true, it changes the whole picture. Because gambling isn't just about money. It's about illusion. It's about chasing something just out of reach, risking stability for the hope of salvation. And doesn't that sound familiar? Laura gambled with lies in court. Jan may have gambled with money and loyalty. And the whole family is caught in this cycle of risk, illusions, and loss. So let's look at the cards I pulled, because I find them super interesting. First, I pulled House, Moon, Garden, Mice. Oops, where did they go? Mice. Birds. Cross. Oops, I keep getting them in the wrong place. Some of these cards are not good. No bueno for her. Anchor. Okay, I pulled a lot. Bear with me. I always just kind of go with what my gut says about how many to pull. Coffin. Dog. This is loyalty. Clouds. Ship. Woman. Okay, so that's quite a few cards. But this is what I feel. House and Moon are the family's foundation, and it looks solid, but it's built on illusion. Moon is about illusion. Garden, mice and birds, public exposure, gossip, online chatter, eroding their stability. Cross and anchor are karmic burdens, weighing them down. What once felt stable is now heavy and suffocating. And coffin, something's got to end. Not physically, but spiritually. Old ways, the masks, the illusions here. Dog and clouds, loyalty clouding the truth. Ron's defense of Laura is blinding him. Ship and woman, change is inevitable, and it's tied directly to Laura because she's both the catalyst and the storm. And then I pulled another spread because I'm just really curious. And it was path, fish, star, and heart. Path is a crossroads. This family has a choice. Continue the old cycle or break free. Fish, money is at the center, flowing in but slipping away, which we see with their $20,000 a month income. And the chase for more has become the downfall. Star is illusion, hope, the dream of being rescued by fame, by donations, by others. Heart, underneath it all, there's love. But it's love distorted by dependency and fear. Instead of healing, it binds them tighter. And Spirit's message is clear. This family has been navigating by illusion and not truth. So where is this going to go? If the bankruptcy plan is accepted, they may keep their home. But the weight of debt and expenses could still lead to liquidation. For Laura, more charges could come if new evidence surfaces. But even the 7 felonies she faces now are life-changing. And spiritually, this is exposure. The unseen is being dragged into the light. The house of cards. The house of cards is collapsing. And here's what I see. This isn't a punishment. This is truth breaking through illusion. Ron's gambling, Jan's mismanagement, and other things. Laura's false claims, and even Sarah's connection to the family loyalty. Now, they're all reflections of the same spiritual pattern, chasing illusions, avoiding reality, depending on others for rescue. Collapse feels devastating, but collapse is also an invitation to stop the cycle, to rebuild on truth. And for all of us watching, it's a reminder that when we gamble with truth, eventually life takes masks off. Painful, yeah. But it's the only path to freedom. So what do you think? Do you believe Jan is driving the financial chaos? Do you think Ronn's gambling played a bigger role? And spiritually, what lessons do you see in this story? Drop your reflections in the comments and let's explore this together. And if you're ready to look at your own patterns, your own illusions, your own cycles, you know where to find me at yourpsychicgirlfriend.com. And like and follow for more, because I am going to be covering the spiritual insights and the psychic insights behind all of this mess. It's a great lesson for all of us. And till next time, stay grounded, stay open, and stay aligned. And I'll see you in the next one.